Yes!
There we go.
Oh, memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Sunny day. Hi everybody and welcome to another video. My name is Matt and this is What Matters to Matt. And on today's video, I want to talk to you about why exactly an ultramarathon is so much harder than your standard old marathon. Now, before we get too far into this video, I want to mention on where this actually stemmed from, where this idea came from. And it started back in early May when I did a 5K, my first ever official 5K after running a few marathons. And I decided to make a video where I was talking about how a 5K is actually a harder race to run than a marathon. And it got very mixed reviews. Got a lot of people talking down in the comments, and that's what I want to get out of this video is some good comments, some good discussion back and forth about what actually might be harder, an ultramarathon or a marathon. Now keep in mind that some of those comments, people seem to be taking it pretty seriously. They were really curious about why I didn't disclose in that video what my 5K pace was, my 10K pace was, what my marathon PR was, or any of that stuff. And maybe that's relevant, maybe it's not relevant. This is more of just for fun. Now, how do we get to the ultramarathon distance? Well, naturally, after I ran that 5K and I started training for a 10K, I decided to just squash the idea of running a 10K and had an opportunity to run an ultramarathon where I ran 75 kilometers, had 2,000 meters of elevation gain, and it rained all day, and it was a wonderful experience for me. And I'll put a link to that video up here on the screen somewhere. And I thought, why not? Let's sit down and discuss how an ultramarathon is that much harder than a marathon. So, I know everybody's watch is a little different, but that's a first official 50K there.
You're at 50K?
Yeah. I knew it was going to happen on this loop. Last loop was a marathon. So let's start with the obvious distance. Sure, a 50K is just 8 kilometers more than a marathon, but ask any ultra runner and it doesn't feel like a short cool down jog. The effort required doesn't scale linearly. Once you go beyond the marathon wall, your body enters a whole new zone of fatigue, energy system shifts, your fueling becomes even more critical, and minor issues like chafing, GI problems, and pacing mistakes get magnified over time. And that's just a 50K. At 100 kilometers or 100 miles, you're not just pushing your endurance, you're testing your ability to stay functional for 10, 20, even 30 plus hours. Now, most marathons are run on the road, smooth, predictable, maybe a few hills. Ultras, think mountain trails, river crossings, mud, snow, rocky switchbacks. Elevation gain can be brutal, 5,000, 10,000 feet or more, and you're not running up those hills. You're hiking, scrambling, and grinding your way up, often for hours. In ultras, the terrain fights back. It's not just your legs, it's your ankles, it's your quads, it's your stabilizers, your brain navigating every single step. Just past 60K, which means if we do finish this, we're probably looking at 75 or so. That right there is the halfway point of the loop. Sort of unofficially, but usually when I get there, I know I'm about halfway through. Now in a marathon, most people finish between 3 and 6 hours, and that's tough but manageable. Ultras, you are on your feet for 8, 12, 24 hours, sometimes maybe even longer. That changes everything. Your pacing, your fueling, even your footwear. It's not just a race, it's a day-long endurance mission. And the mental toll of moving forward when your body wants to shut down, well, that is something that's next level. No. It can do that while we're in here.
Get in there, Matt.
You
want to put a long haul or?
I have no idea. Now in a marathon, you might take a few gels and drink some water. In an ultra, you are eating real food. PB&J sandwiches, potatoes, ramen, soda, pickles, you name it. Why? Because your body needs way more than just sugar. You're burning tens of thousands of calories and your gut is working overtime. And if your stomach gives up, so do you. GI issues are one of the top reason runners DNF and ultras. Managing your digestion for hours on end while running, that's not in your average marathon training plan.
This is stupid. Why would anybody want to do this? This is nuts. There's no one here. Just in a field.
Now in most marathons, you are home before lunch. In 100-mile races, you're running through the night, sometimes 2 nights. Your body wants to sleep, but your race clock doesn't care. Your brain gets foggy, you hallucinate, your coordination slips, one wrong step, and it's over. Night running on trails with a headlamp is surreal, spooky, and seriously tough, especially when your body is falling apart. Now, ultras will break you down mentally. You will hit a low point, often several. You ask yourself why you're doing this. You'll think about quitting over and over. Marathons hurt, no doubt, but ultramarathons, they require deep, sometimes painful introspection. You're out there so long that your brain has too much time to doubt you. The real race is often between your ears. So we're still on the 6th loop. My left heel is chafing me just a little bit, and sort of hesitant to do anything with that right now. Like take the shoe off. Some rocks here. Just because it's feeling okay, but we'll have to make sure to kind of keep an eye on it. And I think that's one of the things that makes these a little bit hard, is that you're trying to figure out how much time you want to leave yourself in between each loop. Just, you gotta use the bathroom, gotta get some food, gotta deal with any issues. It's figuring that one out, but still doing pretty good. Keeping up a pretty solid pace. Okay. Now, ultras aren't just about running, they're about strategy. You might need drop bags with spare socks, anti-chafe cream, spare shoes, extra lights. You might need a crew or a pacer. You'll need a plan when to eat, when to hike, when to push. You're not just a runner, you're a race manager, nutritionist, gear technician, and problem solver. You take care of it all. This will officially be my slowest lap so far. Stopped to pee, tripped and fell, banged up the hand a little, but still feeling surprisingly good. Just starting to get a little bit lazy. Lots of rocks and roots that it's not picking my feet up enough for anymore. So once you make it out to this road, if you're anywhere inside 10 minutes, usually golden. All right. So is an ultramarathon harder than a marathon? Yes, absolutely, without question. But here's the twist. That's also what makes it so special. The challenge, the unknown, the adventure, the community. Ultras ask more of you, but they give something back too. Something bigger than just a finish time. They reveal what you're made of. Now, if you are thinking of running your first ultra, be ready. It's going to hurt, but it just might change your life. Guys, so that is the end of the video. If you like this video and you're currently not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Head on over to my channel. I think I've got a lot of really good content over there that you're gonna like. If you are a longtime subscriber, again, from the bottom of my midsole, thank you so much. You have no idea how much that support means to me. My name is Matt, and this has been What Matters to Matt, and ultimately, what matters to me most is my family. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yes!
There we go.
Oh, memories.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Sunny day.